otherwise known as Tears of the Desert. Although it's the new, setting and new arrangement of islands, which actually benefits cruisers quite heavily. You've got an awful lot of islands to kind of camp behind, fire over, stuff like that. So Cleveland's a pretty good ship for this map, believe it or not. It all comes down to how you use it, right? Of course, bottom tier. So these battleships are all a big threat. Des Moines a threat, Rune's a threat, Ibuki could be a threat, enemy Cleveland could be a threat, Chapayev definitely a threat. Gearing, well, you can whack the gearing in the Asashio. LOL, it's an Asashio, so you don't have to worry about his torps.
General quarters.
Alert, you don't like the new Cleveland? Sacrilege. Look at these little teeny tiny 152s. And look up, look up. Bam. Hate all the key presses I have to do to get this screenshot figured out, but oh well. Yeah, the arcs on the 152s are tough, right? That takes a bit to get used to. And the range is a little lackluster, although you could drop your, you can drop radar for scout plane, can't you? Catapult shot? Meanwhile, let's take a look here. We've got premium consumables, good stuff. That radar combined with 9.1 concealment means that you can find, you get spotted and just pop your radar and you can see who's shooting at you. Cleveland here is using speed flag for 34 knots instead of 32. And fire chance flag, both of them, and the anti-detonation flag. Not a bad choice. Other good choices would be the consumable reduction flag, which is November Foxtrot. Anti-air flag is always a good one as well, if you have the spare flags. Pause the map for a sec. Guys, take a look at the mini-map. Look at this team down here. What is going on? It looks like 2 AFKs. It's hard to tell, but jeez. I'm looking at the mini-map and I'm seeing this. I'm thinking, okay, I am way too far forward. So the Cleveland does have flexibility with the arcs. The nice thing is you can arc over islands and stuff like that and play long-range artillery boat. Because of the concealment, you could also get pretty close to your target and spam, kind of like what SAT Score is mentioning in chat, which is very true.
Enemy force detected.
Now I do kind of like this play here. He isn't really moving up past here, but he really shouldn't be, because look at these ships down here. These two have... Oh, are they moving? Hard to tell. But yeah, you know, like, why would you... Ugh. Yeah, definitely want to F3 that thing. But yeah, there's no reason for you to go way too far up front there and get spotted and blapped. And Lit, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having your own playstyle determining how you play a ship. Absolutely. There are some ships that click with people. We just heard Emin here in the last game say that he loved the Emerald. So, you know, there's that too. Oh, Asashio is in the center cap along with the gearing. And here we see those floaty shells taking forever to get to their target. Some people are just local, I suppose. Now, very important, Alabama and Chapayev have been spotted out there too. So, really, this Missouri is just kind of on a one-way trip, YOLOing to the corner of the map. That's kind of good for you, because he's completely ignoring you. And it's going to allow you to just, you could, if you wanted to, stop shooting, conceal up, and then go pick on the Alabama. If you look on the mini-map here, the Alabama's in a beautiful position for you to just, you can move up a little bit, you can even go behind this island here, and just lob shells over it. Surprised that the Kronstadt is not using his radar charge there to detect where the Missouri is. That would really help the Tirpitz in North Carolina and Lion, who are finally in the game, figure out what to do. And yeah, it's case we're going to see the Minotaur probably complain about no support from the team in a sec here. Alright, so 212th is going behind that island. Perfect. You can shoot over it. Just have to make sure he doesn't beach into it. Surprisingly enough, nobody's focusing on you. The Tirpitz could be, but he's not. Missouri could be as well, but he's not. What is happening over there? Look at the Kronstadt. He's chasing the Missouri. One free XP ship chasing another. Tirpitz gave up on the Missouri. The North Carolina's got a broadside on this guy. Is he going to take it? This is just... Okay, there we go. Wow. Okay, finally. Look at this Lion. What is the Lion doing here? He's just gonna plow right into torpedoes, I'll bet. And the Tirpitz too. We'll see. That's my guess. Place your bets now. And here's one of the problems of playing the Cleveland as a long-range artillery vessel. You are incredibly dependent on your team spotting for you. Six bounces. Yeah, with most of the team walking away, he's kind of in a bad spot there. Although the Missouri's going to beach, or Montana, so he's going to have free shots for a while. So, I mean, hey, free shots are free shots, I suppose. And look at that, with that, the radar comes up and just happens to catch the gearing. That's very fortuitous there. I'm wondering what made him think to do that. Turpitz goes down. Not surprising. Gearing torps to North Carolina. Wow. Okay, so look where the North Carolina died. All the way next to the Moskva, and he was broadside. I mean, the gearing was spotted here. I mean, well, whatever. Yeah, this is my island indeed. Unfortunately, in the time it took for him to whittle down that Montana to nothingness, well, you can see what happened there. Lost a few ships. The North Carolina and Kronstadt are finally catching up, though. And that Lion is way, way, way too overextended. Look at where he is. I mean, you know that people are going to focus him. And there goes the Lion. Surprise! Bad, just bad play there. He should have stayed behind the island and healed up. No reason for him to overextend the way he did. Alright, well, 212th, it's time for you to support the Z-52 here. You're gonna have to get in radar, and you might get spotted by this plane. Alright, Gearing is sitting in his own smoke. You're slowing down. You have a really good opportunity to pop forward here and surprise the Gearing. Ronstadt could radar too. You could ask him to radar. Here comes the radar. And he slowed down. Kudos to the Kronstadt here for making sure that everybody shoots at him, but at the same time, I mean, he is doing work. Now, how much you want to bet the Asashio is going to torp this North Carolina that just came right out and then immediately went broadside to the enemy ships? Hydro would be a really good use right now. You don't know where the Asashio is. You think torpedoes might come in at the North Carolina from either the Gearing. Never mind, North Carolina decided to beach himself anyways. Ognavoy detonates. There's the Asashio over there. And you're just going to leave your North Carolina out to dry.
sunk an enemy destroyer.
There's the torpedoes that you could have detected a long time ago with Hydro.
Enemy cruiser founder.
Yeah, his positioning's a little off here, right? Now he's open water charging in. His gearing is a big threat. He could have sent torps right at you. Although he's currently locked into a battle with the Z-52. Notice how 212th was staying dark until he capped. Then after the cap, went ahead and opened up. So, those of you guys in chat, I'm curious, what do you think about this? Is this a game that 212th won because of his gameplay? Or was this a game that he won because of the enemy team? Ducky Shot says he does have enough health to make some big plays at the end right now, which is true, but the team might have needed him to help out earlier. Also true. Alert says the other team had something to do with it. Now right now you know that Cleveland is over there. You could radar and detect the Cleveland for the team. Looks like he beached and is probably backing up. Don't know how long ago that was. Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is it feels like there were opportunities to do more for the team, but instead he chose to kind of, you know, use the arcs of the Cleveland to its advantage. And yep, that's weak cruiser armor versus battleship AP. 16 inches of ow. Wait, I sniped the kill there. So my feedback for you, man, is to be thinking about what you're doing for your team, and you know, don't necessarily try to put yourself in positions where you can do a lot of damage, and that's it. So, you know, you've got a gearing and an Asashio. Obviously, the Asashio is a huge threat to your battleships. The gearing is a threat to everybody, but I didn't see you using your hydroacoustic charge at all. And I would have really liked to have seen that happen. You know, you've got the ability to chase down destroyers, use that radar, and you know, your gameplay is kind of like the what am I thinking of? Your gameplay is going to be kind of like the radar Minotaur, right? Where you get detected, you pop your radar, you chase them down, you shoot them, you kill them, all that good stuff. So, alright, well that one is done, out of the way. So let's do a Z52 game from Ranked in Sleeping Giant. This will be the last game.